was so much stillness and simplicity in this movie. I'm thinking especially of the dinner scene over the fish. And I thought to myself, I don't think I've ever even eaten food like that. How did you create that?
You know, one image that I had in the beginning of the movie, after I thought about Woody and I and winding up in the sex trade, was I thought about the guy as a kind of a samurai. And in those samurai movies, sometimes the people are very still, and then they do something, you know, they take their sword out or whatever. But, you know, he obviously is not hurting people, but he's like a guy who can do things physically. When you're working with someone like Vanessa Paradis, she has such a delicacy and a specificity to her movement and everything that it definitely pervaded the film in some ways. But little things can be huge when you're in a scene like that.
Create the room.
Right.
So that the small choices matter.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you also have to earn that, too. You can't do every scene that way.
Now, I'm curious, there seemed to be a longing in this movie for maybe an older New York. I'm thinking of the opening sequence on 8mm.
Right.
You've been a New Yorker for a long time.
Yeah.
How's it changed?
I think when those places, when you had these individual establishments, when there was so many movie theaters, so many bookshops, so many record stores, which became CD stores, you know, you could go in there and you could talk to me and I could say, hey, what do you got over here? Yeah, I'm looking for something different. You know, maybe you'd play chess, maybe you sign a check in a diner that you didn't have your cash, you know. There was a lot of individual interaction. And I think when you lose that, when everything becomes a chain store, you lose walking into these little stories. And that kind of is enriching to your life. Now, you can't go backwards, but I do think a lot of young people, you know, want something like that too.